What's up, YouTube? How are you guys doing today? Today was a very hectic day. I wasn't able to start working on the engine. Not a bad hectic day, just a lot of things are going on. And just a lot of housekeeping. We had some stuff with other things. We'll walk around a little bit and I'll kind of show you. But I really wanted to take a minute and say thank you to every one of you guys that have subscribed. We're growing a lot quicker than I was expecting. And I say we're growing because it's not just me. You know, I have a lot of really awesome people behind me. People that I've never actually met in real life. We have Nigel down in Australia, who was one of my first real subscribers that commented in most of my videos. He's reached out to me on Facebook, and he's really helped keep the lights on and the projects going. So absolutely a huge thank you to Nigel. I have no other words but other than thank you. We have Michael down in Las Vegas, who sent up a Skylark with a beautiful frame so that we can get this thing back together. And we have over 2,000 other people that have hit that subscribe button. And I have so much thanks from Randy at Auto Auction Rebuilds for giving me that shout out. For Uncle Tony from Uncle Tony's Garage for giving me a shout out and putting up with my nonsense on his live Sunday streams. But it really comes down to you guys. I started the channel not expecting to really gain any traction. I started the channel just so that I needed a car big enough to fit the twins in it, so I bought the BMW. And I knew that if I didn't start filming and keep myself accountable and post it up on YouTube, that it never would have gotten done. You know, my Supra, which is going to be a project maybe next year. I'm hoping it'll be next year. It's going to be right after this one. This will be the next big project. But I've owned that for over 11 years now. I mean, I did drive it around for a while, probably put 500 miles on it after I built an engine for it, but I realized that I wanted something more substantial, and I wanted a V8, so I kind of let it sit. And I knew that if I did that, if I didn't do something, the BMW would have taken forever. And we have the Mini Cooper. We have some work left to do on it, but I'm waiting for spring or summer to work on that. But if it wasn't for starting the YouTube channel, I would not have bought this car. It was, I encountered a couple people that I wanted to do interviews about their really cool cars that they built. And in doing so, I really wanted to go and talk to Joe. I hadn't talked to Joe in a long time. And Joe was the original owner of this car. Unfortunately, things happened, and I didn't know that the 455 had been pulled out and the 350 was put into it. But I didn't really get to talk to him too much about it, because unfortunately when I went back to talk to him, he had passed away. He actually passed away about the same time my twins were born. And with all the chaos, you know, I talked to him about other things, never really talked about this car, except for the day that I first saw it. And the story behind this car, and the reason why this is one of my two dream cars, and I don't mean the GS's. I mean, this car is one of my two dream cars. As I was at my grandfather's house when the wind blew the tarp, like the day before I was there, blew the tarp off of it, exposing one of the fenders. And I think the most beautiful thing that any muscle car had was this hood. This thing's got a beautiful body to it, don't get me wrong, but this thing's hood and grill and the fender line is just breathtaking. So he wanted a lot of money for it, and it was in really rough shape then. 13 years, almost 14 years later, it didn't do it any favors. And it's because of you guys. Not only did I have the ambition to take on this project, but to really have a chance at building it. You know, I had some pretty crazy ideas about how I was going to be able to put this together after I realized that it was in way worse shape than I thought. I really thought this was going to be a pretty quick project. I thought this was going to be turn the key, get it running, and drive it. And it turns out that it needed a lot. And still, if it wasn't for you guys, this would not be happening. So thank you all very much for helping me keep myself accountable and focused on this project. So today was really a day where I needed to just sit in the car and remember what we're doing, why we're doing it. It's not just that I want to build a crazy monster. I just want to build my dream car, and it's because of you guys. So thank you very, very, very much. And for every one of you, the people that have ever told you, don't get emotional about a car, you make bad decisions. I'll tell you something. Sure, you probably will. But, and I mentioned this before, my papa, when he was diagnosed with cancer, and right before he passed away, he told me, Brian, I love you. I live without fear, live without regret, and live without fear of regret. And this car was bound to be destroyed, and I would have regretted not jumping on this project and bringing it back to life. So if you have a car you want, if it's within your means, if it's not going to financially destroy you, I am by no means a person that should tell you anything about financial stability. Look at this thing. I'll tell you all you beautiful bastards that are following me on this, you know, we're probably very like-minded, and do it. Live without fear. Live without fear of regret, and live without fear, live without regret, and live without fear of regret. Do it. Just go get it. You know, we're only here once. And this is going to be pretty cool. This will be a fun time around. It's already been a pretty fun time around, but because of you guys, I have my dream car. So I wanted to say thank you all very much for putting up with my shenanigans. And hopefully we'll get into some more shenanigans once the spring comes around. I have a project over, well, it's not a project. I have something I'm doing to help someone out, and stay tuned for that. That's going to be fun. We have to go. Forgot how the handle works. So you have to pull up on it. It's different. So we have quite a few cool projects out here, and the summertime we'll start working on the 81 Ram. We definitely need to dig into it. All it really needs is the suspension is fine. The rear suspension, well, not the leaf springs, but the rear struts have been replaced, but needs an engine. So we're going to work on an engine for this. We have some things we need to do to the Mini Cooper come spring, including getting a nice paint job on it. This is my wife's dream car. She absolutely wanted one of these specific Mini Coopers or an original one. And because of you guys, she has this. So again, thank you. This was my dad's Jeep. We have a lot of work to do on this. This will probably be like 2 years from now. We're going to fully restore this one. Maybe a little bit sooner, depending on how things work out. I'm going to roll this window up. But just look at this car. I understand she's rough, but she is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We have something fun happening with this car right here. This is actually one of my friend's car. Unfortunately, he had a bit of an accident. He's fine, but we have something we're going to be doing with this very shortly. And then next year's project, of course, is the Supra, which will be a big turbo 1UZ FE. And this is going to be a fun car. And I would love to see if I can find someone that can drive this and the Supra, or someone will drive the Supra and I'll do this. So I want to see which one's going to be faster. But yeah, so I'll get to work on the engine. You can see it sitting right there very shortly. Just today ended up being one of those days I couldn't. And thank you all. Thank you all for hitting that subscribe button. I know a lot of you guys are probably going to be like, you're supposed to be working on things, but you know, I really felt like it was time for me to say thank you. And go after your dreams, guys. We're only here once. And I know it's really hard, trust me. I am not independently wealthy. This is all that I can do. Is just build my car. I can't. And also, why would you want to buy it? Why would you want to buy, I don't know, like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini? There's something to be said about something you've built. And I will truly love to see this thing be able to beat a Lamborghini. Absolutely want to just I don't know. Anyways, thank you all again. You have yourselves a wonderful day, and show those small channels a lot of love. Let's make those channels big so I get more content. I love watching these smaller channels, and if they get love, I get to watch more stuff. So that's what I have for you guys tonight. You have yourselves a wonderful night. I'm gonna go inside and be very grateful for all that I have, and think about what we're going to be achieving this year. So have a good night, guys.